Out of their last 13 games, and they're the third seed in the West, 4 games behind the Warriors. So we are joined now in the studio by Jason McIntyre.
Hello, everybody. Good to be back.
What's up, Jason?
It's good to have you here. Who do you think that the Warriors should fear in the Western Conference?
I think the Thunder are the popular answer, right? Everybody remembers what they last saw. Chris Broussard's now loving Paul George for the MVP. Russell Westbrook triple-doubles. It's got to be the Thunder. No, Jamie, I'm going to go with a team currently not in the playoffs, but with a superstar who's been there a couple times. His name is LeBron James. And I believe right now the Lakers are the biggest threat to the Warriors. It's easy to say nobody's touching the Warriors. But the Lakers, Jamie, I keep coming back to this, okay? Christmas night, fully healthy. Rondo, Lonzo, LeBron. And they smoked the Warriors by, I believe, 26 points.
Speaking of smoking.
Yeah. I think they did. No smoking this morning. But
one regular season game?
Hey, listen, who knows the Golden State Warriors best in the West? There's one guy, LeBron James. He's faced them in the finals multiple times.
How many times he beat them?
He took down the 73-win Warriors, Rob. You may recall that.
You mean Kyrie did?
If this team is healthy, Jamie, come the playoffs, and Lonzo's back. Remember, Reggie Bullock is now starting for them. He's living out of a suitcase. He just got traded to the Lakers. I believe with 25 games leading into the playoffs, I think the Lakers will be healthy and ready to be the only team that could possibly take down the Warriors. It's a long shot, but I think the Warriors should fear the Lakers.
This is not based on fear.
Of anybody in the West, it's got to be the Lakers and LeBron James.
This is your fantasy, or this is where you become the fan that you are, and something that you wish you would see, but it's not based on anything. It can't be based on a Christmas Day game. Granted, they played well and they won that game, but we're talking about 4 out of 7. And we're talking about LeBron James with better players in the last 2 finals have only won 1 game against the Warriors, and now they have Boogie Cousins when you add into that. So I just, this whole notion, I like OKC better. And granted, I expect the Golden State to win again, because they have all the ammo. But I would look at Paul George is having his greatest season. I mean, he decided to stay. It's worked out. Everybody said that Russell Westbrook ran Kevin Durant off, but he's also adapted to make Paul George feel better and fit in better. So I like them. I also like the way that they played. They're 17-13 on the road. All the boxes against teams over 500. They're 15-10. They're 21-15 against the West. When I look at the opponents, they're not just munching on bad teams and piling up wins. They're beating the good teams. And then when you look in the West, too, I just don't believe in Houston because of what Harden has to do and Chris Paul, where he is and the injuries. I don't think they're going to be able to be that team they were a year ago. And Denver, for all the good that they've done this year, there's not enough body of work for me to believe that they're going to make that run at them. So I would go for OKC for those reasons.
For me, I got the Rockets.
Rockets?
Yeah, I do. You laugh?
Yeah.
What were the Rockets up on the Warriors last year in the playoffs?
They were up 3-2, and in Game 7, they were leading by 10 at halftime at home, and then they choked.
They have experience with the Warriors. They are 7-5 against the Warriors in the last 2 years, including the playoffs. And we have to keep in mind, Chris Paul got injured in those playoffs. Now, they have a different team, no Ariza anymore, and that impacts them. But they have acquired Iman Shumpert, who fits well with what they're trying to get done. P.J. Tucker, guys who can shoot. Eric Gordon. You got to have firepower when you're going up against the Warriors. You have to be able to go blow for blow. And when I look at their roster and how it's configured, they can go blow for blow. We all know what James Harden is capable of doing. We all know Chris Paul. These guys are guys who haven't won, who still have that hunger and that desire, that burning itch to win. And they understand, they believe that we can beat this team because we were close to doing it last year. We didn't get it done, but we can get this team because we can go blow for blow. You talk about good wins. The Rockets beat the Warriors this year without Clint Capella, without Chris Paul. In the Lakers, they had one great win against the Warriors.
Certainly.
It's a 4-game winning series. Like, you have to win 4 times. Can the Lakers do that 4 times? I don't think they can.
To be clear, I don't think anybody can, but I think the Lakers much better suited than the Rockets. Broussard, it's your turn. Come on, I haven't heard anything to shake me up. I haven't heard one thing
up here just
credible to say.
Wait a minute.
Come on, Rockets, are you
running
serious? James Harden, are you waiting for him to choke again in the playoffs?
No, I'm not waiting for him to choke.
He's going to be so spent.
I'm not waiting for him to choke.
The guy dribbles 600 times a game.
He has so much more. He has more help. He has more help. None of these guys, in my opinion, fear the Warriors because they feel like I match up great against these guys.
Fareed, you're right.
Yeah, I do. And so when I look at this and how you have to be able to match up with the Warriors, you got to be able to go blow for blow. The Rockets, have they tailed off on the defensive side? Yes, they have, but can they clamp down? Clint Capella gets back. I believe they can.
So we got Thunder, we got Rockets.
Houston makes some good points. I mean, like you said, they had them beat last year. Those guys are hungry. The problems I have with Houston are the defensive end. Last year, they were the 6th best defense in the league. This year, they're really low. Chris Paul, I just can't count on him being healthy. He may not even be healthy at the start of the playoffs. And to be honest, since he's gotten back, they've fallen off a little bit. I think part of that's because they have a challenge now in that, are we going to keep playing this completely James Harden-centric offense or start working CP3 in? And I think there's
that's hard, especially since they were so successful at winning doing that.
Right.
So why would you go away from that?
Well, now they're losing. So
Right.
you know, we'll see. But then Harden might be fatigued. And not to mention the struggles he's had in the playoffs.
2 years
When I
in a
look
row.
at Oklahoma City, I like what they have, but I look at them too, and I look at their 2 stars, and both of them have had major struggles at the clutch moments. I mean, last year, Game 6 against Utah, deciding game, Paul George goes 2 for 16. I know he's playing much better this year, but still, 5 points in a deciding playoff game?
43 shots in that game.
Well, not only that, in the last 2 games, 5 and 6, he took a total of 82. And then you go back to 2016. In the last 3 games that they lost to Golden State, Westbrook shot 37%. So both Paul and Russell have got to prove it. The only one, and I'm not saying, oh, the Lakers have a great shot. I'm just saying the only one that knows he can beat or has beaten Golden State is LeBron James. Now, if they get the 8th seed, which is most likely, they're going to go out in 4 quick games. 5 would probably be a miracle, but that'd be the max. But just because if they get to the playoffs, they're probably playing fairly well. They want to switch everything, and if they're healthy, they've got personnel that can do that if they're healthy. And, you know, they got some tough physical guys that can try to get defensive with the Warriors and stuff like that. I'm not saying they would have a chance to beat them. I'm just saying, look, none of these teams do I like against the Warriors. But the fact that LeBron is a proven playoff player and OKC, Houston, their stars out. I
like the Lakers
in
yeah.
As far as if I had to, a gun to my head, if I had to pick one team to beat that would beat Golden State, I probably
Can I go back to something
what you're saying is it would be the Lakers and Warriors in the first round. The Lakers would get swept?
Yeah.
Probably.
I think they're
how
gonna
is that like?
Okay, so Houston takes them 6. I mean, nobody can be. If you're asking me what team I like better against the Warriors, I'm gonna say the Lakers.
Let me go to the Thunder.
This is what I don't understand though. You're saying you like the Lakers better, but if they face them in the first round, they'll get swept.
I'm not saying they could beat them. Nobody can beat. But the answer is themselves.
But you're not even.
It doesn't make sense, Chris, if you don't think they'll even get a game.
Do you think Houston will beat them? Okay, was that the question? Who can go deep?
No, it's fear. Fear.
It's who.
Well, fear. I'm not putting fear in it because Golden State shouldn't fear anybody.
Why would they fear LeBron? They beat LeBron.
Why would they fear Houston or OKC? Why they
no, I'm saying
because they have the fire. I'm not saying OKC, but Houston has the firepower to take.
They don't look like it right now.
Dude,
yeah,
you've seen Harden melt down, Greg.
LeBron doesn't. I mean, the Lakers don't look like it right now.
Right now, that's the thing. They're not healthy.
What you're saying right now, but the Lakers.
Well, we're projecting to the playoffs. Let me say something about Westbrook.
A one-man show.
Yeah, that's it.
A one-man show. Last year, at least, they were a two-man show.
So on his Westbrook point, you guys need to remember the Westbrook-Durant parting was ugly. Every time they play, Westbrook's pointing and chirping at Durant. It's not totally personal, but in a playoff series, Westbrook's going to try to get his, and that's where it recalls 80
Why
shots
would he
in the
go
last
away
two
and
games.
because the success that they've had with Paul George? I don't buy that.
He's still that girl who got dumped by her boyfriend and is still scorned and angry. He's mad at Kevin Durant still.
How much experience does Kuzma have in the playoffs?
None. Never been to the playoffs.
How much experience does Lonzo Ball have in the playoffs?
LeBron has more than their entire team combined.
But they'll be ready to go.
Rondo, hold on. He's playoff Rondo.
Playoff
he's
Rondo,
at his
that's a
best
fair
in the
point.
playoffs. Lance has got some
Lance will make you dig.
I know, but I'm saying,
Rondo,
Rondo's going to be playing a lot.
I understand all of that.
JaVale McGee won a title or two with the Warriors.
You saw the difference he made with New Orleans last year.
Of course.
Rondo will be
That
big.
was with Anthony Davis.
This is Rob Parker should know.
Yeah, but
he doubted the New England Patriots throughout the postseason, and the Patriots made you look bad. Don't do it again.
They didn't make me look bad.
What do you mean? Stop.